Today, we are going to be leveling up our crochet skills by crocheting the solid and versatile granny square. Whether you're wanting to whip up a cozy blanket that is sort of got a design to it, grab your hook and grab your favorite yarn and let's get stitching. Today's video tutorial has chapters, so if you aren't so sure how to do row 1 through 4, you can always rewind. You can find your spot again. For your solid granny square, you're going to need a pair of scissors, a darning needle, a crochet hook. I'm using a 5mm hook, and some yarn. So for this square, it's really important that you keep your count. It's a little different than other squares, obviously. Each granny square has its own personality, but keeping your count is key. To begin this granny square, I am going to start it with a magic ring. I feel like for me, this is the way that I can keep my centers closed where they don't pull out. So I will begin by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I will double crochet and then double crochet, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and you can adjust by pulling this tail, and then I will double crochet 3 times again, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2, adjust your tail again. Oops, that happened. And then 3 double crochets. And then you'll chain 2 there. And then you're going to pull your tail in the center here, and you will join it to the top of your 3 double crochets, and you will slip stitch in there. So you take your hook and you put it in the top of that 3rd chain, and you slip stitch it on like that. Now they're all connected, so you have a square. And to close the center hole, we're going to just pull this a little bit tighter because I like my centers to be solid. Now, with this square, you need to make sure that you keep your count. It can get tricky. If you don't keep your count, it can get all skewonkus. For the 2nd row of your square, you will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you will turn your work. And then you will double crochet into the same stitch. It's a little tight. And then you will double crochet and then double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet. Here is where your count is really important. So we will double crochet into the next stitch here, and then the next stitch, and then the next stitch, making it 3 double crochets in the 3 consecutive stitches. And then you'll double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet, and then double crochet. So you can see here we have our 2 corners. So that is the pattern that we will be doing for this second row. So you'll do 3 double crochets and then your corner, which is a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So go ahead and finish this square off, making sure to keep your count, and we will meet back for this next row. One thing to remember as you are finishing this row, you already have 2 stitches here, so you only need to double crochet in this stitch right here. And then we will slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 right here. And again, we will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we will turn our work. And we will double crochet into this same space here. And then we will double crochet until we meet the corner. So it's like 1, 2, 3. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and the 3rd double crochet. Then we will work 2 double crochet, a chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Then you will work 7 double crochet until you reach the other corner. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you will work your 2 double crochet, chain 2 to complete this corner. So 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2. Then we'll have our 7 double crochets and then our corner, which is the 2 double crochets, chain 2, double crochets. Okay, we are going to continue around until we meet here. Okay, we're going to actually stop at this corner and then we'll finish up right here. So we're almost all the way around. Remember to count. This is where you count. So we have, so these are our 2 double crochet in the corner. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So because this is the same stitch or the same as the chain 3, we're only going to do 2 double crochets as we only want 7 across. I learned the hard way that you need to make sure that you're counting. So now that we're done with that, we're going to slip stitch into the top of this row here. We have that all the way around, and it's okay to occasionally go around and double check your counts. So now we're going to go into row 4. We will chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then double crochet into your work, and then we will double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4 across until we hit our corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet, and then we will be doing 11 double crochet across the top here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then you're going to double crochet, chain 2, then double crochet, and then double crochet. So now we're going to work all the way around here by yourself till we hit this corner, and then we'll pick it up again to finish this part of the square. Now that we've reached our corner, we're going to finish that off. If you've already done that, good job. Okay, we're going to count how many stitches we have on here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 and tie it off by yarning over and pulling up through the loop. And then we're going to work in our ends of our square. Now, if you're making a blanket, this makes really beautiful blankets. You can put this and do some blocking. You could either do wet blocking or dry blocking. With acrylic yarn, I tend to like to do the steam method. I do have a video on how to do blocking if you're curious about how to do that. And I always like to work my centerpiece in probably 4 times just around, because I've had so many, well, at least 2 blankets pull out the center. I don't like to redo my work. And then the same with the top, because you will be joining when you use this block. It's usually for pieces that have like designs in them, because this is a pretty solid warm block because there's so much yarn used in it. I've made several different blankets with this stitch and they've turned out beautifully. So here is your completed solid granny square. I would love to know what you are using your granny square for. Share with us in the comments what you're creating. I sure hope that you enjoyed crocheting this beautiful and versatile granny square. I'm going to share a couple things that I have made with this granny square. I would love to hear what you are using this granny square for. Please share them in the comments. If you like today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe, and so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Happy crocheting!